Practical hacks you can use today to reduce your shopping costs. Part 2. Welcome to the savings fair. If you've watched Part 1, great. You're already on your way to start saving money on your shopping. If you haven't watched it yet, please check it out in addition to this video. Now, I'll share 4 other useful hacks and a bonus tip you can use to keep yourself mentally on track as you start saving money, whether you're on a tight budget or you're just looking to be more financially responsible. Number 1. Did you know the time of year or season in which you make a purchase can also have a significant influence on your spending experience? If you're serious about saving money, knowing when it's the best time to buy a certain item is important. This might include day-to-day expenditures like groceries or significant purchases like a house. Let's consider the necessities, such as food and household products. Going at off-peak hours and understanding the routine of a specific store, like the days they restock products. For example, if they restock supply on Fridays, they may begin to lower prices for select items on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Also, choosing a quieter time might help you avoid being distracted by the commotion and bustle of a busy shop or supermarket, giving you a significantly better shopping experience. Weekdays in the early mornings are usually the least popular times to shop, while weekends in the afternoons are the busiest, because many people put off buying until the weekend. You may also expect to find cheap or discounted items when shopping in the later evenings. Other purchases, such as school supplies, are better made during off-peak seasons, during clearance sales, or after the back-to-school season is done. It's only natural to want the latest trendy items, which are typically heavily advertised just before the start of the school year. But essentials such as notepads, paper, books, pens, and pencils can all be purchased before or after the start of the school year at a lower cost and still function properly. The same can be said for general personal stationery or office supplies. Waiting for particular seasonal deals, such as end-of-season sales, clearance offers, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday sales, may also be a fantastic way to get gifts or products at a reduced cost. However, keep in mind that not every offer will be a good one. Just because an item is on sale doesn't guarantee that it's the best price. To avoid falling for the marketing hype on these days, researching the best bargains still applies. Number 2. Impulse buying is defined as making a purchase without thinking it through, or, in the spur of the moment. Avoid doing this as much as possible. You'll stay on track if you're aware of your financial goals and why you have them. We'll usually fall into this trap when we lose sight of our goals. This doesn't mean you can't indulge yourself. If you come upon an unexpected jewel that you simply must have, go for it. It's important to understand that our emotions have great power. Notice the distinction between want and necessity when shopping. For example, there's a good probability that you're inspired to buy a pair of new shoes for more reasons than just the allure of a lovely pair that's on sale. We're likely to purchase something if we think it would make us feel better about ourselves. For instance, if you're having a terrible day or feeling down, you might be ready to spend a little extra money on a new pair of shoes since they'll offer you something to focus on, even if it's simply buying them. These provide a sense of immediate satisfaction. Perhaps you want to buy shoes because you're afraid of missing out on a last-minute deal. We'll usually get tempted to make impulsive purchases for a variety of reasons, including our fear of losing out or wanting to fit in. So, in most situations, spontaneous purchases are driven by our emotions. Number 3. It's important to understand the psychology used in marketing. According to the psychology behind shopping, when we make small or large purchases, we feel instantly happier, while the act of making purchase selections provides a feeling of fulfillment and personal control. The location and interior of retail businesses are meticulously planned, from the shop window displays that direct consumers as they enter the store, to the patterns in which a customer navigates around a shop and engages with the products or services. The arrangements are meant to stimulate spontaneous purchases by making items more appealing to customers. These methods get you to enter establishments, keep you there, and create an expectation of how much you're prepared to spend. For example, in a physical retail setting, we're frequently treated with well-placed products that build a desire for the items. Everything from the colors, fragrances, lighting, and music is carefully selected to give the impression that we're experiencing a good service and getting great value for our money. While with online shopping, when we consider the website layout, the recommendations of items to get based on what you click or what others have purchased, the countdown deals with visible timers, are also ways to keep you scrolling and spending. Number 4. Don't fall victim to scams or fraud in your quest to save money. If it appears or sounds too good to be true, then it most likely isn't true. There are a few things that can help you avoid scams. Do your research, check for real customer reviews, avoid suspicious retailers and deals with no source of reference. Always check that you'll be able to track the company down if something goes wrong. For instance, can you locate their contact information, licenses, return policy, a postal address or customer service email? Suspicious retailers tend to offer discount scams in exchange for your personal information. So, make sure you shop with trusted sites or retailers you recognize. Check your payments are safe by choosing stores that use secure websites. Protect your privacy and use safe payment services instead of a debit card or cash. Also recognize when sellers might be taking advantage of your emotions or urgency. Will the deal be gone by tomorrow? Is there a money-back guarantee? If you let go of your money and don't like what you've bought, will you get your money back? Look out for the warning signs. For example, scammers might encourage you to transfer money immediately by offering special discounts, or pressurize you by saying it's a time-limited offer that's only for you, or that they have other buyers interested and ready to pay if you don't. And they may then pressure you into transferring payments or a holding deposit fee before you've seen the items in person. And now for the bonus tip. Understand that you have more control than you may realize. We tend to think that, as consumers, we've got little control and little choice when shopping and how our money is spent. But having a financial goal and understanding the worth of our time and money permits us to decide which shop to go to, or whether we like or actually need an item that's being advertised to us. Setting aside money for your financial goals isn't something that should hold you back from enjoying life's experiences. There are a lot of things that you can accomplish free of charge. For example, free concerts and free activities which you can look for in your local area. Try not to allow money to control you. Having justification for saving money ought to keep you focused on your monetary objectives. But don't fall into a mind frame of not being present to enjoy the journey to your financial goals. So, make time for the things that money can't buy, like family, friends, and free hobbies. Knowing basic money-saving principles is good, but you don't have to carry out a price comparison every time you shop. Practicing self-discipline, creating a balance, and using logic is the aim. Which of these money-saving hacks will you be adopting? Or which do you already use when shopping? Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates.